Now, our next guest has been called the pioneer of electronic music, who sold millions of records around the world and inspired countless of artists to follow in his footsteps.
Well, after a 40-year career, Gary Numan is still changing the music industry. He'll be telling us more about that in just a moment. But first, why don't we have a bit of a look back at his biggest hits?
So good. Gary joins us now as he releases his brand new album, Intruder, this morning. Here it is. There it is. It's a beautiful thing. And this is the continuation album from the last one that we spoke about, which is Savage, isn't it?
Kind of.
Kind of. So you explain.
Savage looked at the world post-global apocalypse, but it looked at the human condition 100 years from now, what we would become.
Yeah.
This one looks at the way the Earth feels now. It's all done from the point of view of the planet and how it feels about us.
And this was inspired by a poem that your daughter wrote.
Yeah, which I shamelessly stole, actually. Yeah, she did a poem called Earth about the planet, and it was talking to the other planets and how horrible people were. And it was lovely, and it showed a lot of understanding. Yeah. And I was really proud of her, but I did shamelessly steal it.
But you have to put it on the album. You put it on the cover notes of the.
Oh yeah,
album.
she's
She's
in there.
got a credit in there. So
yeah,
it's Echo, isn't it? Echo is.
Yeah, I gave her some money too. She's been decorating the bedroom.
Well, there you go. You see, that's the way it
fine.
works. You say that the Earth made a rare mistake in nature with human beings.
Yes, I believe so. I think it made us one degree of curiosity too many. One degree of ingenuity, too intelligent, gave us opposable thumbs, which meant tools and machinery. And I think it just reached too far. And what's happening to the planet now is a direct result of that. I think we're a mistake. I really do.
And what's interesting is that you were writing and having these thoughts before pandemic. So it wasn't like this was inspired by pandemic. However, all of the themes of what you're talking about is so relevant because of what we've all just gone through. I
started Intruder. I was probably about 75% through Intruder when the COVID thing happened. So the idea of the Earth fighting back and us being at war with the planet, unknowingly for some time, was already in there. It was already part of the album. And the planet talking about what we'd done to it and how it felt betrayed and hurt and angry and why it was fighting back. It was already in there. And then COVID came along and it just, in a very tragic way, obviously, it just fitted straight into what I was already talking about. So there is a song in there called The Gift, which is about COVID, which is slightly sarcastic. It talks about it as a gift to us. But yeah, no, the story behind us being at war with the planet is inherent in the whole album.
Yeah.
Let's play a little bit of the single. This is Saints and Liars.
See your fallen God, he's standing next to me, far from home. Can you hear your broken promises? I am what you've been waiting for.
I mean, you've always been a musical pioneer, and I know that you've always loved taking the music out on the road. I think you said at one stage, touring is what you live for, that's what you're here for, and you can actually now think about doing it.
Yes, it's been horrible, actually. You do this is a life choice, isn't it? You want to be in a band, you want to play music, and you want to get out there and be in front of people. That's the life you've chosen. So when it's taken away from you, it's particularly difficult. A big part of your reason for being alive is missing. And it sounds a bit dramatic, but it is that, So to not be able to do it has been very difficult. Plus, that's how we earn our money, so there's that side of it as well. So the fact that it's coming back now, or seems to be, is it's really exciting.
Well, you've got a live streaming on June the 17th, and tickets for the tour are on sale now. But you say that's why we do it, that's what we do. So was it 1981, why did you quit?
Well, that was all to do with the madness of becoming famous. When you first become famous, it's really weird, and it's very overwhelming, and it's very easy to become corrupted and changed by that. And I didn't want to become a horrible person. I didn't want to feel special. I didn't want to get druggy or drunk or any of that. I just wanted to be a normal person with my feet on the ground, just enjoying what had happened. And you couldn't. And so I thought the best thing to do was just step back from the whole thing and just take a breath and try to grasp what had happened and come back in a slightly more mature way, which is a really good idea. What I did wrong was make a great big fuss about it. I'm going to retire. So I annoyed everybody. I annoyed the fans, the record company, the promoters, and I absolutely shot my career in both feet. And it's taken me from then, which was 81, till now, really.
Well, you did it at Wembley, didn't you? Was it Wembley Arena when you sort of...
Yeah, that's where I announced I was going to quit from.
And then you're going back.
Yeah.
And is this the first time you'll be back performing there since you did that?
Yeah. 40-odd years.
That's
Took longer than I thought.
When I guess when you're in the industry, what you need is for people to look out for you. And you said that you didn't have a manager at the time, but what you did have was great friends and friends in high places. And Queen really took you under their wing.
They did a bit, yeah. I went to Japan to work with a band called Japan, and they'd invited me to go and do a guest slot, and then obviously they went off the idea, but no one told me, so I found myself in Japan, wandering around with nothing to do. I saw that Queen were playing at the Budokan, so I bought a ticket and went to watch them. Didn't realise I was famous in Japan, got mobbed in the venue, so got rescued, taken backstage to meet Queen. I'd met Roger once before. And he just sort of took me under their wing, and it was amazing, because I was a fan anyway.
Yeah.
So now I'm hanging out with Queen in Japan. How cool is this?
How cool is that?
Go to this after-show thing after a party, and Freddie Mercury's being great, as he always was, entertaining everybody. But noticed I wasn't eating because it's a sushi restaurant. And I said, don't worry about that, I'm just blown away to be here. I'll get a McDonald's later on my way back. Next thing I know, his limo's disappeared, and about 10 minutes later, it turns back up again, and out comes a McDonald's.
Oh, my God, no way.
There you go.
Did that for you.
So he bought me a McDonald's.
Oh.
He was lovely, really lovely.
Oh, bless him.
Well, also, I think, having the right partner is essential. And I would have thought that with Gemma, who is here today.
Yeah,
she's over there. Gemma, you met Gemma because she was a super fan, and then realised, obviously, you had so much more, and incredibly happy together. But I would have thought in the early stages of your relationship, if she's a super fan, what do you talk about? Because she probably knows pretty much everything about you anyway.
That's the trouble, yeah. On our first trip, I took her to I was going to a radio station up in Shropshire, so I said, oh, come along. I thought I'd regale her with all my fantastic anecdotes along the way. She knew everything. Everything. So I got to Shropshire, I had nothing to say. I think, So we went to a little chef.
Oh, they were good.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, they
really
were good.
do. It's great to see you. Really, it's nice having you here on the sofa, that's for sure. And this is the album Intruder. That's what we're talking about. Gary Numan, thank you.
Yeah, tickets for the tour on sale now. Live stream June 17th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, coming up.